All right, I have here a pocket gopher hole, so not super round shape, and I'm going to show you how I find out where to put my trap. I don't know what way this hole goes, but generally when I find holes, like a pile of similar to that, it actually goes two ways. It's almost as if that's a breather hole or just a hole to get the dirt out or something. So I'm expecting to see tunnels two ways in there at least. I can see one goes over here. I accidentally ran it over, so I'm guessing it's a fresh one. I didn't notice it though. So part of me, because I'm filming and stabbing, but I have this awesome tool. It's just a heavy piece of bar, and I think this is one of the key pieces for finding the holes. I've done it with stakes that you put in the ground to mark things like wooden stakes, but the weight's easiest. So you're just going around pushing until it goes in, and then that's going to be where one of your tunnel holes are. Okay, so that went down there. That went down there a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna go somewhere between here, so I'm gonna start digging that up. I think if you had a nice lawn, you could do it nicer than this, but we kind of live in the countryside. Okay, so right away I can feel there's a hole there. It goes down, and let me check out this other side. So I'm just gonna put the trap in facing the one direction. Usually I always find another hole, whether it's two side by side, one going in, one going out, any configuration really. But this time I only have one hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this out with my hand, reach my hand in, make sure all the dirt's out, and I'll show you how I set my trap. So these are my favorite traps. When the gopher's in his hole, he can see the sunshine through there. So he goes to crawl through these to close that part of the open hole. And what ends up happening is this is set right now. So as he goes in and crawls to go get that sunshine, goes in and it grabs him. So it's almost like a belt. How can you see that? It's almost as if it's a belt on the piece of wood. So it just kind of, I guess, suffocates him like that. So obviously you just want to make sure that this part in here that goes around the gopher, that is nice and loose and it's not all caught up here and pulled back and short. You want it as long as possible. There it is. So I got my opening cleared out. I reached my hand in there, and I'm just gonna get as close to the opening as I can. I find it best if they lay flat horizontally and not at an angle. When I first started doing these and thinking they didn't work, it's because I had it just tilted up, just stuck down into the hole. Now I actually place it this way. And then any gaps you see, you just try to put a little bit of dirt. Try to make sure there is still, this isn't covered in any way. I want to make sure it still lifts and the dirt and the grass aren't holding it down, but I put a bunch around it. Sometimes I even put a bit more at the end, but just make sure that that hole, you can see it. That way he comes and turns it off, and then I'll leave it, and you'll see I'll come back in an hour or so, or 4 hours, and he'll probably be there. I'll keep you guys along for the ride. I just want to make another really important note for when you're starting out. You absolutely have to find an active hole. Sometimes you have piles and you don't know when they're from, such as this one. I think I ran it over with my side-by-side, but I don't know. But it looks fresh. I don't think there was any here. I'm usually scouting. But now that I've kind of got one there set, and I'm not totally sure if this is new, what you do is you just flatten your hole and stomp it. Put a boot print in it, anything you can, so you know that that's an old hole. So eventually you want it to be everything stomped down, and it's just a fresh hole is all you can see. Especially if you're in a new area and there's 20 piles of dirt on the ground, you're gonna have to spend that day, again, just knocking it, putting your foot on it. You can put grass on it any way you want to make you know. I just know mine are always flattened if I found them already. And what I'm waiting for is a new pile to appear fresh, and then I know he's in that tunnel. I have my neighbor's lawn. I had set some traps here yesterday, but actually I couldn't catch the gopher. When I came to check the trap, I pulled it out, and he actually poked his head out and ran back in. So he was on to me in that hole, so it didn't work. Then this area has a lot of gopher spots in it. I flattened this one yesterday. I flattened this one yesterday. So you can see this is new today because I didn't flatten that one yesterday. So I can kind of see a pattern. We got that new one, this new one, and this one over here. There was also a bunch way over here on the lawn. I flattened them all yesterday though, and I haven't seen any mounds come up. So I'm not sure if he's around. But yeah, there was, you know, one here, one here, one here. So I had no activity in the last day and night. So I don't even know if he's around there anymore or what he's doing. So again, flatten them. And the other thing you need to remember is that when you have the traps in the hole, sometimes the gopher is using the hole that you dug as the place he wants to put out his dirt. So I dug down in this hole and I had one tunnel going this way and one tunnel going that way. So I've cleaned them out with my hands. And now I'm putting them in because I don't know where the gopher is. Is he that way? Is the gopher that way? That way? I don't know. So I find you get better success if you always have two and you can put both in the hole. So there they are, they're set. I'll fill it around them. And because I feel I've already got two set here, I could set another one here, but I'm probably not going to. So I'm just gonna wipe that out. Wipe anything out. There's another one here. I don't know if I want to dig it and put a trap in. Maybe I will. This gopher has been, he's an experienced hider. So I might put some in this one too, but you don't have to put them in all the holes. And again, if you want to peel your grass back nicer, you can. I just don't care. We're in the countryside here. Here's these ones in the directions they were going. The last trick that's also important, I made this mistake when I first started, you need to make sure that the trap is still empty. I can feel it's empty, it was light. So at nighttime or after a few hours, I might come and shake it. And if it feels empty, that's good. The reason that is that sometimes the gopher is digging that way and he's pushing the dirt out this way through this hole. So you might come back in a couple hours and it'll be full of dirt and you have to dump it. And that means he's going the other direction. Do I still catch them in those holes? Sometimes, after maybe dumping it 5 times, sometimes he does come that way, but usually he's going to come up in another area and you're going to find him. But just know that if you just set it and leave it and hope, it could be full of dirt for the last 5 days, and that's why you're not catching anything. So I just go all the time and check my traps, because when you know the hole's active, because the hole showed up that morning, you know they're digging and they're involved. It's not like those inactive holes. These active holes, things are happening. So keep your eye on those and just come over. Yep, feels light, so it's not full of dirt. If it's full of dirt, empty it. And then check it more frequently. Just checking these traps, they're not popped up. That one's empty and this one is full of dirt. So he's digging that way. He's pushing it all out this way. So just clean out that hole again. Take out all the dirt he brought over. Put your trap in and just keep an eye on it. Maybe he'll still come out this way. It's morning, so I'm coming to check my traps. This one's been popped. Pull it out. Got a bum. So there we go. So there's probably not one this way because there seems to be one a hole. So I will put this dirt back in. As you can see, he's got the line here because that's where he got the waistband pulled around him. So this is him. So they got these little ears. And I think the most telling is these hands and these teeth. I've seen this image so many times. There you go, another one down.